let's talk about how I turned a listing into a full-on market frenzy a little while back in Chesterfield, Virginia. I'm going to go through with you step by step how we were able to do this for my seller client. And we are in a very strong market in Richmond, Virginia, but not everybody is getting 11 offers on one house. So what was different about listing their house with the gold standard method? I'm going to tell you. Now, one thing a lot of people get wrong when they're selling their house is they're very focused on price. When I get ready to list a house, I tell my client, yes, we want that great price, but we want great terms. What are great terms? The occupancy. Do you need to stay in the house while we find you a new house? That's a very big one. Did the buyer waive an appraisal or a home inspection? That keeps that can of worms from being opened on you, and that's a whole new negotiation period once you do that. So don't just be focused on the one number. The other thing is the pricing strategy. Here I went in with all of the numbers and said, this is what's sold, here's where I think you'll land, and here's where we should start your price at, and here's why. I can always back up any kind of advice I'm ever giving my client. I don't just pull it out of the sky. I don't just get it from Zillow. But anyway, let's get back into how I did this for this specific client.
So what you want to know is, how did we do it? Well, I'm going to take you through all the steps. Number one, you want to prep like a pro. We didn't list it as is. We prepped this baby like it was going on HGTV. We did the landscaping, the paint, anything that was needed, and staging that made people gasp. We know this. Buyers don't want projects. They want the vibe. And the vibe is move-in ready. So that's what we did. We planned, packed, and got it ready to go on the market. And so the other really, really important thing is that you need to pay attention to when you're selling your house is pricing. I cannot stretch this enough. You want to price strategically, not too high, not too low. Well, how do you know that? You get an agent that knows the market inside out, Sheilah Grant, and that is how you do it. Now, the marketing, what do I do? Oh, let me tell you, I market like a boss. I roll out the gold standard marketing plan, professional photos, videos, social media, even old school stuff like calling agents and telling them I have a house for sale, doing open houses, doing broker open houses. There's really nothing that I won't do. And that is all that really matters, because if it works for the seller, I'm going to do it. So I have a little bit of old school in how I do it and a lot of new ideas. And one thing about me for sure is you'll know that I'm leaving no stone unturned. So once we were ready to go on the market, we presented this in the beautiful gold standard way. And I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but we actually got 11 offers and then we went well over the list price. So the presentation here was to wow. And that is what happened. And then I told my client, I said, just wait, get ready for the offer frenzy because it's going to be crazy. And it was. We had 11 buyer agents calling, 11 loan officers calling, 11 deadlines, and 11 groups of really anxious buyers. But you know what? You know what's important when you choose a listing agent? You choose somebody, this is not me, that can keep the stress low. I'm also a senior real estate specialist. And so when I can help with downsizing, I go over in person. That's right. I printed out 11 offers and sat at the table with my client, and we went through every detail on the contract. Well, mainly all the details on the contract. The one thing I really wanted to stress to her is that don't be focused on the price. There are so many other things that can make a deal sweet. And that is the terms. Terms, baby. Okay? So what are terms? Well, it is the price. It's the dates. It's the appraisal. It's getting a home inspection or lack thereof. Do you want to rent back? So many different things. And yes, that is just young Sheilah, 2002, first realtor photo. You can imagine I have seen quite a few things in my years as a real estate agent. And so every time I meet with somebody, I'm drawing on that experience. Yes, so basically that's how we did it. And if you would like to do it for you, here I am. Give me a call, text me, email, write me a letter, whatever.